Welcome to Fifth World, where we make value possible. There are a lot of people that they want to give out value. They want to give out value, but they don't have the platform at which they can really give out the value they want to give out. They don't have the tools they need to push themselves out, especially as a content creator, an upcoming creator, or they are trying to go through a niche, and most likely they don't have the money or the means to employ professional graphic designer, professional video editor, or professional body, let me put it that way. So this channel is committed to guiding you through editing, this editing course I'm about to start. So, and you can see they have a lot to cover up. We have a lot to cover up. We have a lot. So I've made it 7 pages. So you must see complete Capcut course, beginner to advanced, comprehensive training manual. So this will take you through your journey. So after this course, at least to some extent, because one thing is that, to be truthful, knowledge is continuous. Knowledge is continuous. So you have to continue learning. You have to continue learning. But after this class, you have everything it takes. You have everything it takes to start your editing journey with your phone, your smartphone. You see, that's why I didn't change this to portrait. I could have just decided to do this in portrait or use the system, though I will still do for system. But first of all, people that are using their smartphone, not everybody can afford a system, but you can at least afford a good phone that can at least take CapCut. I'll be doing CapCut, I'll be doing InShots, and I'll be doing some other video editing app you can use on your phone. So today we'll be looking at, in this first course, in this introduction, we'll be looking at introduction to video editing. Okay, it's not part of this place, but you see, introduction to CapCut. Now, what is video editing? Video editing is when you merge, edit, alter a video clip, raw footages like that. So very simple. It's just when you alter video. Let me just put it that way. When you alter video, for example, I was in Canada, and in Canada I took 13 shots. And after taking 13 shots, I discovered that out of the 13, I could only use 9. Now, out of the 9, I could only tell story with 8 of them. So that's to tell you that video editing is just about passing story across. You take a story, how can you tell the story? Through the tool you have, and the tool you're using to tell your story is through your editing. That's you see that some editing, there's some movies you watch, there's some editing you watch that the edit puts you into the video, because the edit makes emotion. So the editing makes it emotional. So that's what the video editing is not just about joining, cutting. So you must understand the basics of storytelling. So video editing is all about telling a story. You're telling a story through your edit. You're telling a story through your edit. So once you can understand the fundamentals of video editing, so how you now bring life, I can only teach you the skill, but you need to be creative. So, and the way you can be creative, for what I advise is that after taking this course, now watch every video as a video editor. For example, don't just scroll on the internet just to laugh or to entertain yourself. Yeah, now go to you just pay attention. I love the transition. I love the way they put their thing, the way they arrange it. That's what are the things you'll be watching now. Then after I watch, then you can look, okay, how can I recreate this thing? How can I recreate this thing? How can I recreate? Okay, I saw a transition that I like. How can I recreate it? I saw something. Okay, an overlay was done. Okay, a FX was added. Okay, this was done. This was done. You take note of it. You take note of everything. So now, as from today, you now think as an editor. You think as an editor. The way an editor thinks is different from the way a consumer thinks. Don't just scroll to the internet and scroll like somebody that is just there to waste time. So what you do on the internet, okay, as a video editor now, what should you do? Okay, as you are watching this, because one thing is that you have to, after you have learned video editing, you now have to practice. And how do you practice? I can't tell you everything to practice. So the way you can practice is by going to the internet. Okay, you watch, you can start from upcoming creators. You check their basic edit, try and do yours, You make your mistakes, you get it. Because practice regularly makes perfection. You practice it. After you have practiced it, you now make sure that you recreate what you see. So what creativity starts from the known to the unknown. So when you start seeing other people create, like okay, you start watching their video, you start doing this, start doing that, you now do what? After you now get it, you now start. Probably you watch. I watch like you have watched about three concepts. You can now match three concepts better. But let's imagine that you have not watched any. How will you have the sense for it? So you can now watch. Okay, I've watched like about three concepts. Then I can reproduce this. So that's what video editing about is all about. Yeah, the skill enough. That's why before I go into it, the skill enough. The skill alone is not enough. What you need is learn this skill with your time. Then, as you are scrolling on, as from today, I'm telling you, if that's the only thing you take forward, because this thing is becoming longer, and I've never entered Capcut. That's to tell you that I will make this as simple as it is, as it can be. Even if you have never opened Capcut before, if you have never used any editing app before in your life, I will make this as simple as possible. So, as from today, scroll on the internet and see what you can reproduce. So by the time you can now reproduce, then you can now start adding your creativity. Your creativity. You can now manage, okay, I saw something from here, 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 I saw something from here. You can now manage it together. And that's where creativity starts from. That's my short introduction into video editing. So in the next course, in the next class, we will now go through the beginner CapCut foundation, because you know that you have to lay the foundation. The house, you don't just start building. You don't just start building. You have to lay the foundation of the house. So we'll be laying the foundation in the next course, in the next class. Introduction to CapCut. Why should we use CapCut? Why should we use CapCut? CapCut is a mobile friendly and a system friendly. It's mobile friendly, it's system friendly. And the reason I prefer to use CapCut first is because any knowledge you have now, at least 75% can be transferred when you have a mobile system, when you have your PC, personal computer. You can just transfer the knowledge you have now. So, for other editing app has just the, for example, Adobe Premiere Pro have just the system version, and others like that. So, there are only a few. So, those few that has on both sides, I'll be bringing it here and I'll be giving full details. So, for now, what you have to do is install CapCut. Now, how do you install CapCut? To finish this class, sorry for it being very long, it's 8 minutes already. So how do you now start? You just go to, so that by the time you have to the next class, we just move closely into the full class. Now, what do? You go to your Play Store. Now, for those that, I said I will make this class very, very even if I've never seen that. Okay, it's not a comedy class. I would have said there was somebody that said, I said, go to Play Store, started asking me what's the description. Is that so? Okay, now this is Play Store. Okay, I hope this is not blocking it. So this is Play Store. You see where the arrow came out from. So now you open your Play Store, and then you come here and you search for CapCut. If you're using iOS, I think you just go to your, yes, you go to Apple Store, something like that. Then you open CapCut. Then you wait. You see, you have 179 MB. So click on install. Then you wait till it finish installing. Then depending on your network, my network is fast, I guess. Okay. It does not take long. It does not take long. So depending, so I want you to download this before the next class, so that by the time you are doing it in the next class, you can just to enjoy this, just get, or you can use, if you are using YouTube Premium, I think you can open app in app. But the best way you can learn fast while using this is that, as I am teaching you step by step while waiting for it to finish downloading, as I am teaching you step by step procedure, go and practice it. For example, now, as I've taught you video editing, how you think as a video editor now. So your next social media scroll should not be just any scrolling. So as you're scrolling, you're looking at, okay, I'm having an editing class. So that what are the questions I can ask? So I can put your questions in the comment section. So that's how to learn. That's how to learn. So as you are attending the class, you already have questions. As I am teaching you, you already have there's something on your head that you want to recreate. So as I'm teaching you, so immediately I mention something and say, oh, that's how I can do it. Even without even without giving you practical first, you can start getting, oh, I would love to they can save your some of your we can save some videos. I say, okay, I would love to reproduce this. I would love to recreate this. So That's how to learn. You have to be correct me in the comment section. So you have to be optimistic about what you're about to learn. So you go there and start, okay, what can I do? What can I do? That's putting what I've learned to work. Then after that, go and download Capcut. Don't wait till, okay, I'll wait till the next class or I'll wait till to go and download it. No. Immediately you finish closing this video, you watch the next, you watch the next, or immediately you finish closing this video, you practice everything you have been taught. That's how to learn. You see a lot of people, they take a lot of courses. I mean, they paid for a lot of courses. Why? And it does not profit them. Why? It is not a matter of gathering knowledge alone. It's not all about gathering knowledge. It's not all about gathering knowledge. It's all about implementing what you have learned. Implement. It's just about, okay, I've learned 2 plus 2. How do I get 2 plus 2? Then you now go, okay, I was taught like this, I was taught like this, I was taught like this, I was taught like this. That is how to learn. Because, for example, now, even after taking this course, you might not remember. Yes, that's the basic truth. If you don't practice everything you've been taught here, you will not remember that you have been taught something. Another person will come and say, some of you have bought this course, and some of you are watching this course, and you discover some of the things you will learn, though there are a lot of them, there are a lot you will learn. You will see someone that, for those that have opened their app before, that have done basics, you know that, okay, you will understand it more. And if this is your first time, you will understand. And probably you're just taking a course to refresh your brain and your memory. You're still welcome. So you will discover that there's something that you think you have never seen before, whereas it was in the last course you bought, but because you have not practiced it. So if you are promising me that you will not make this effort to be in vain, and that you paid for it or you're seeing it for free anyhow, the effort should not be in vain, because it's not just about stacking knowledge. Knowledge is not power. I always say, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is not power, but knowledge rightly applied produces power. So it's just like saying crude oil is what we need to remove our engine. That's not true. But we can use crude oil when it is processed to move our what? Our engine. So don't just say knowledge is power, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. Knowledge rightly applied is power. So don't just say, I took a video editing course, I'm not a video editor. No, that's a lie. You took a video editing course and you sit down and did everything. So if I'm too fast, I mean, that's why we have 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, 0.8, anyhow. And you feel I'm too slow. Because, okay, for example, now if I'm watching a video, I love to watch it sometimes in 1.1 or 1.2, because it can get boring when there are pauses. For example, I pause 0 minutes, I pause 0.2 minutes. So by the time I fast, so that I will not get bored, sometimes I put it in times 2. Did you get? So anyhow you feel comfortable watching the video, make sure that as you are watching it, don't just rush everything. It's not matter of I finish 5 hours course in a day. No, it does not work that way. So you can say, okay, I want to take this, I think this is going to about 14 minutes now. You can say, I will take this 14 minutes course, implement everything that is there. Then after implementing the first one, then I will now move. There's nobody in competition. You're not in competition. That's finished downloading, and you're not in competition with anybody. You're in competition with yourself. So you see, that's finished downloading. So in the next class, we are moving to the next class now. So we'll now talk about, after you finish installing it, then we'll move from there. So catch you in my next class. Catch you in my next class. So I remain your host, Fifth Award.